Last time on BliceChunk, we rolled the kitchen, we became a chef, we stole a pickaxe from a crab, joined the army, stole a better pickaxe from a thief, rose to the top in the army, and finally we got a job as a miner. And here we are again. It's been a couple weeks since we last picked a chunk. Um, What do we have to work with? We've got the Fortress Ruins, which honestly would be better for me than Current Castle. Actually, would it? Yeah, well, I can restore my prayer by burying. I suppose I have the altar in Current Castle. I just have like some really big grinds. Mostly the thieving grind over here. Um, Fortress Ruins. I mean, it does have a. Actually, it does have the altar down there as well. It would just require me to kill someone. I remember that being a rather difficult fight. And then also kill and bury, or like kill and offer a lot of dragon bones. But that would give me a really good prayer method as well. Then we have Hersidius itself, which I think will unlock construction for me. Although maybe that way. Oh wait. So that probably unlock construction once I also get the house portal, which are two unlockable chunks. So construction is very possible sooner rather than later. I don't think this really does all too much. We can check actually possible tasks. Kill a unicorn. Here we have nothing. This is still a chunk I really want to get for the runes. That'll be incredible. The war tent will give us information on the people that can spawn organized crime. It also has a shop that sells an axe. So getting chunk 9 will actually unlock woodcutting for me. So if we calculate the tasks here, yeah, chop yew logs, burn magic logs, fletch magic logs. Where do I get magic logs? Oh, from ants. Oh, because this will allow me to enter the ants dungeon. Okay, so I have to chop you, which is totally fine, and then also kill some ants. So it's that would be a really cool chunk to unlock as well. I wouldn't mind going into the woodcutting guild. I wouldn't mind going into the woodcutting guild. And then over here we probably don't have all too much. Burn logs. So we probably have a log spawn. Fletch opal bolts. Kill a boar, kill giant rats, and kill giant spiders. So there's a log spawn that is going to cause me to train fletching. So I probably have to hop a whole bunch of worlds to pick that up. Where do I get the opal bolts from? Sand crabs. Ah, okay. That's bronze bolts opal tips, I think. All right, cool. Let's get started, shall we? Pick a chunk. Where are we going to go? Oh, here we go. What is our future chunk? It is the war tent and infirmary. That is the woodcutting grind. Okay, cool. That is X 40 agility. Oh, we have agility unlocks. That is huge. Oh, we can actually train agility now. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That is massive. We've got agility unlocked, fire making, fletching, woodcutting. That is kind of scary though for when we roll the left the left chunk there. But we will be able to buy a rune axe in there. And the woodcutting grind itself isn't too high, so that is really cool. Obtain a black cape. I gotta get a cape. Leather boots, leather gloves for magic. So we kind of already finished this one. This is just doing a lap of the agility course, which we've already done. Kill an ant, kill a forester, and obtain a mark of grace. That is a very exciting chunk, and I can't wait to check it out. I wouldn't mind going into the woodcutting guild. And just like that, this chunk is unlocked. Shall we take a look-see at everything we actually got right now? So there's a saw that we've got. That is pretty interesting. There's leather and a needle, which... Wait, that's just straight up a leather and a needle spawn? Can I pick these up? Oh, no, you can't step over this? Oh, that's a shame. But we can, once we unlock Telegraph, that is actually rather nice. There's a couple coins we can pick up over here. Cool. I wonder if we can sell the sword to the shop. Let's just go pick it up. Might as well. A bunch of wounded soldiers. There's, I'm probably going to be training agility first. I'm probably going to do that. We do need to get... Oh, there's another spade spot. That's pretty interesting. Okay. We can check our own organized crime now. Do I have... No, I do have all signs on. Okay. Oh, we need to talk to her. Oh, that's gonna be really nice for the combat training as well. Both bisque readiness. Okay, no, I can't do that. What is this? This is some soldier. I can't get to the bank. Can I? No. Okay, so I can't quite get that bank. Would have to cross through the other chunk. There's nothing over there by the looks of it. Oh, there's a ladder here. Hold on. Let's go check out this ladder. Maybe there's something up here. Boxes. I know, it doesn't seem like it. That's pretty cool, though. But we do now have access to chunks, or to some areas that we didn't have access to before. Oh, we have a bank over here as well. We have a wizard hat that we can just pick up now. Very cool. We've got some more thread. Can I access this orange dye as well? That is very cool. What can we buy from the clothes store here? Oh, right, we can buy that cape. And also the skirt. Is that best? I don't see anything about this. So maybe not. Oh, there's the gloves and the boots. Tinderbox that we can just pick up so we don't have to grind imps for it. That is very cool. I think the capes, it doesn't really matter which one we go for. So I kind of want to go for a blue cape. I really like blue. Let's go pick up some money first, though. So I can actually go ahead and buy all this stuff. Let's just grab the entire fit. Because it looks cool. Oh, I forgot the money. Hold on. Let's grab 500 coins. That's probably enough. Let's go buy ourselves a cape. Yeah, it says black cape. I think that's just because it's first in the shop. But oh no, the red cape would be first in the shop. I don't think there's a difference between a black and a blue cape, is there? No, there's absolutely no difference. So I'm gonna go with a blue cape because I just really like the look of that. Black cape, I suppose, would go well with the armor, but yeah, look at that. Very cool. Can I sell this back? Yes, get 3 coins back for it. Thank you. We'll just buy both of these, and those are 2 chunk tasks complete. Hold on. Alright, and then for possibly the biggest change to the account, we're going to buy a bronze axe. And with that, we've unlocked the woodcutting grind. Oh my god, wait, wait, they just have random dragon spears in this the barrel here? Wait, I want this. And a staff of air. Give me that, lady. Oh my god. Let's steal a tinderbox and be on our way, I suppose. I'm walking to a regular tree I can cut, and I just remembered something. I can't access the woodcutting guild until level 6. Oh, excuse me. Until level 60 woodcutting, which means I'm going to have to get up to level 60 woodcutting with a bronze axe. Isn't that lovely? Oh my god, I can't believe I stopped the recording for this. There's the first tree cut and also woodcutting level up. And I missed it. I missed the very first woodcutting level. I'm probably gonna change how I show the levels, so I'm no longer going to show every levels, but I'll show things like level 15 or like, you know, if I can equip something better that I have access to, which I don't, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah. I'm just gonna chop trees, and I'll let you know when I get to oak logs. I think I'm also just going to wait with the whole. Well, I'll kind of level my woodcutting, my fire making, and my fletching a little bit, but I'm not going to focus hard on fire making and fletching until I get to the Woodcutters Guild, so I can actually just train that with a better axe. But there's level 3. And also, for the sake of it, let's just get level 2 fire making out of the way. Can we also get fletching? No. No, fletching is gonna take ages. Oh my god. I wouldn't mind going into the Woodcutting Guild. As I gained a few levels of woodcutting and fire making, I thought to myself, you know, if I'm going to make a living for myself as a pyromaniac, I'm gonna have to be able to run away. And the best way to run away is by training agility, and I think it's just the best thing if that's where I focus. So let's just start training my agility, get more run energy and all that, and maybe get the Mark of Grace out of the way as well. So this is where I'm going to be spending my time until 40 agility. Okay, so this is really interesting. I've just... Oh, there it is. Okay, so it said new item added to your collection log, Mark of Grace. Before I ever saw it, so like it's just on the ground here. That is interesting. Okay, sure. Missed a level, but there we have level 25 agility, but also total level 500, so that is pretty cool. Interesting level came in just now, 34 agility. That unlocks one of the current catacombs shortcuts, but that's also the last one. We now have every single catacombs shortcut, so that is pretty cool. Once we inevitably do roll this, we do have everything from the catacombs, but by the looks of it, there is like a 63 spike blades one over here, which I suppose I'm gonna have to get once I roll that chunk as well. So there's just yet another grind, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Almost accidentally clicked to not record it, but here we go. That is 40 agility, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But we have a little hopscotch to make. Or what do you name it when you make like a little jump across the water? Hop something. A little hop to make. We've got a little hop to make, and there we go. Hop and hop. Does this give XP at all? No. But we do now have access to a very cute little island. That's nice. Anyways. Boom. Right, next level coming in. We've got 15 fire making coming up, and then we can start burning oak. Only issue is that I can't chop oak yet, so yeah. We'll get there. Hey, there's the first fletching level. It's very slow, but hopefully the javelin shafts will give a little bit more XP once we get up to that. Alternatively, do you get XP for putting feathers on? Oh, you do get XP for putting feathers on, and quite a lot more as well. Ooh, okay. Very nice. That's more like it. There we go. And just like that, we have level 5, so now I can make short bows. But I think I'm going to be making a couple more of these. Maybe I'll go kill some chickens in a bit to get some more feathers up. Check my combat stats a little bit as well. Just for curiosity's sake, how much do I get for making a short bow? Yeah, okay, we're not doing that. Oh, and there's level 50 woodcutting already. Cool, we can now chop oak trees. Hell yeah. Alright, the next woodcutting and fire making goal is level 45, because then I get maple trees. Then it's going to be from 45 to 60 for the yew trees. And then I can enter the woodcutting guild. I don't have anything else I need to chop trees-wise. But I do need to get my fire making up to 75, because I can go in here, kill ants, and get a magic log. Ooh, I just figured something out. I also brought over my, like, logged in on my main account to, chop with me, but, these are willow trees. I have willow trees as well. Oh, this is gonna be a breeze. I can just chop willow trees at level 30. Nice. Alright, I think my plan is to just start chopping this oak tree here and chop the one on the right with my alt account, or well, my alt account with my main account, and that should give me a bigger chance for a forestry event, I believe. And there we go. There's the first event, which is these rainbows. Which the rainbows themselves don't do all too much, if I'm not mistaken. But afterwards you can you get extra XP for chopping wood, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, there we go, level 30 woodcutting. I can now chop willow trees. So after leveling my fire making a little bit and then moving my way down, that's where I'll be. Oh, I may not get a forestry event, but here's another mime show. Let me just drop some logs. Alright, that's gonna be a lamp. So I never really paid attention all too much, but you can actually open these doors. That's interesting. And here's a lamp, and I do believe this is actually a level up, isn't it? 40 XP and level 5 hunter. Very nice. And there we go. 30 fire making, so now I can burn willow logs as well. Very nice. These agility levels are like really putting in its work. Like, I would have been out of run energy so long ago already now. But here we are, still running. Beautiful. And now it's time to start chopping willow trees. It's probably gonna take a while before I get, like, a log. But that should make it extra AFK, right? Right? Surely. This is gonna take a long time. All right, well I'll see you when something interesting happens. I think at 42 I get to go to the juniper tree, so hopefully that'll be better. Oh, it's the same thing again. Cool. Is this the only one I'm gonna get? Let's see how much XP I get now. 147 per. That's very nice. I just got a thing from Bird's Nest that I'm wearing right now, and it is a sapphire ring. But I have level 7 magic, and I have water runes and cosmic runes. So I should be able to enchant this. There we go. We got ourselves a Ring of Recall. That's really cool. We're gonna save that for some big moments, I suppose. I'm gonna have to like remove all the like useless shit sometime, but cool. Cool. Let's put these away as well. First, burst net. First bird's nest on the account as well, very cool. And we're currently up to 35 fire making and woodcutting. And what was it, 40? 45 we can jump over to maple trees. And then 42 juniper trees. Although I'm probably just going to stick on willows to 45. As that is that's got forestry events, so yeah. Look at what I got on my main account. I finally got myself the dragon axe. It took me 334 kills, but I finally got it. I got pretty much every single drop from Rex except for the pets before getting this, so that's cool. That's incredible. And then what do I do after getting the dragon axe? I spent my time chopping willow trees. Because why wouldn't I? With a bronze axe. I don't have a house yet, so I'm not getting construction XP, but I'm getting the beehive parts. Very cool. And I'm getting a place so I can put my hello. My logs. Nice. Oh my god, this is actually giving me farming XP as well. It's probably not going to give me enough XP to level up, but this is really funny. I'm level 1 farming, so. Huh. Oh, nice. It's the forester. I like this one. Oh, this just spawned, and this will give me fletching XP as well, which is pretty cool. Never been a fan of these though. And there it is, level 45 woodcutting. We can now chop maple trees. One small issue, thanks to the forestry events, I don't have 45 fire making yet, but I do have some logs in the bank. So I'll go grab those real quick. I did also get a bird's nest, like, a little while ago. So, since we are going to the trees to the bank anyways, let's see what we got from that. Acorn, very nice. Therefore, when we find a tree patch, which is a good question. Where do we get a tree patch? Oh, and there we go. That's 45 fire making, so we can now burn maple logs and other stuff that's not really that important. But there we go. Time to put this. Well, let's just burn that and go to the maple trees. And there we go. Time to chop the first maple tree. Exciting. How long do you think it's gonna take with a bronze axe at level 45? It's gonna take a while, but once we get to level... level 60, I can chop yew trees, but more importantly, at level 60, I can enter the Woodcutting Guild and buy myself a rune axe. That's gonna be massive. Can't wait for that. But yeah, that's next up. 15 levels to go. Oh my god, I got one! I got one! Oh, and I don't know if that was, like, audible, but I just got a bird's nest on the other account, so... That was loud. Oh my god, I got two! Okay, so how does this one work? Like, how are you supposed to figure out which flowers go together? Is it just trial and error? Like lilac and red? Like, how do you know those colors go together? I've never understood this one. I do have to say, these, like... I was kind of hoping I would get more of the events where I can use both accounts, like the fox traps and the gremlin, the what's it called, leprechaun, and the like little puzzle maybe. Oh, those work. Nice. Okay. Because I really need the anima on this account for the dragon felling axe. But I need the XP on this account more, so it is what it is. Ooh, and there's this first strange fruit of the account. I also got 2 cabbage seeds, so that's interesting. Did I get a lot of XP? A decent bit. Alright, cool. We got the pheasants again. Let's go. I like the pheasants. Thieving XP as well. Sorry for the really weird looking screen here. I've got half monster right now with my other accounts, but we got the we got this forestry event, and I went up a farming level, and there's also 50 woodcutting. Very nice. We've also got this other goober here. Um, you got Slimed, who's been absolutely lovely to chat with. It's been a really nice time just chatting along. It's been helping with like the woodcutting grind. There we go. Nice. Loads of infused bark. Ooh, we got the pets, the foxes again, and I think that's gonna give me a hunting level in a second. Very exciting. Yep, there it is. Level 6 hunter. Very nice. Okay, so I can make short bows, but that only gives 5 XP. I think this also gives 5 XP, but then I get 15 XP for combining that with feathers. So I'm just gonna be making arrow shafts until I get level, was it? Probably 15, right? I'm gonna guess 15. Where would that be? Arrows? Yeah, 15. So I'm probably also gonna be doing some chicken killing. What I think I'll do is pick up the feathers and pick up the bones, and then leave the chicken. I could pick it up. To be fair, I could cook them for forestry rations, but those only get consumed if you have a felling axe, I believe. So I'm just going to pick up the bones and the feathers, leave the food, because it's not great as food and it's not great as XP. And if I want better XP, I can just make pineapple pizzas in the Hesidious kitchen. So yeah, I think this is the plan. This is going to give me a bunch of feathers. This is going to give me a bunch of XP. One more level and I get a max hit of 10 on the other styles as well. And I'll get some prayer XP from it as well, from the bones, so that'll be good. Well, this was faster than I expected. 81 chickens in, I get the 1 in 300 beginner clue. Cool. So it does make me wonder what everyone's favorite method of obtaining feathers is. Like, obviously the easiest way is, of course, just buying feather packs at the shops. Another great way is getting it from the random events, or like, you know, as drops from places. On my Iron Man, I remember going to the evil chicken in the Heroes Guild or whatever it's called. Champions Guild. And just farming that for feathers, because I think it drops like 200 feathers a kill. What's everyone's like go-to method of getting feathers? Like, if it's just buying them, fair game, but yeah, if you've got some interesting methods of getting feathers, just let me know. Alright, cool little moments coming in here. There is 47 strength, and I can hit 10s on a different combat style, and there is also 31 prayer. Cool. Ultimate prayer, ultimate strength unlocked. Oh my gosh, there's a second one, and what's that? 176 skill. I should have half a beginner scroll by now, and I've got 2. Anyways, I think that's enough for the time being. Got like 1100 feathers. I think that'll get me at least into the oak trees when it comes to fletching XP. Alright, and here we have level 15 fletching, so now I can make, well, iron arrows, but more importantly, I can fletch oak logs into arrows, into arrow shafts, and those I have a whole bunch of saved up already. 260, so let me go turn those all into arrow shafts. And the first ones, and that gives me 10 XP per now, which is, well, twice as much. Okay, wait, so... There's this guy... Oh, wait, hold on. Alright, that's level 20 fletching, very cool. This is a guy that just hopped through the world saying, World 548 meets, give all, World 548 meets. And you check what World 548 is, and it's a high-risk PvP world? Surely people don't fall for that, right? That is insane. Anyway, so let's see how much XP we get for the short bows, because I get 10 XP per arrow shafts. How much does this give? 17 XP. I think that's worth it. Alright, cool. Okay, if I add feathers to these, I do get like 15 XP per, but I've got 6,000 arrow shafts already. That's gonna take me ages to get all those feathers, and by the time I'm done with all of those, I'm gonna have the level for maple logs anyway. So, or willow logs, I don't know, but I'm just gonna make these. I worked my way all through all my oak logs for the time being. So what I think I'll do is kill some chickens, get some more feathers. I forgot my scimitar, incredible, but I'll just kill them with I just kill them with my axe. It's fine. Um, it's just a couple. Yeah, level up my fetching one more level to level 23, and from there just go back to woodcutting, and then I should be getting quite a bit more fletching XP hopefully from the pruning forestry events. Because right now I'm only getting like 1 XP per tick. So hopefully, like, even if I only get like 2 XP per tick, that's already like double the XP gain, right? So hopefully it has to do with your level, and it was worth just increasing it a little bit. We'll see. And there we go, that is 23 fletching, that'll be good for now. 25 will allow me to make oak longbows, but I think we'll continue focusing on chopping oak and continuing the fletching grind once I actually got a better axe at level 60 woodcutting. Alright, I just got the... Oh, this is how I've got my setup, by the way. It's just side by side. I just got the antlings again, and I am getting more fletching XP now. You are joking. I got the petal garland on the chunk account. That is that is really cool. And since I didn't really have anything else, like I had the gold necklace, but this is pretty much best in slot fashionscape right now. That is really cool. Wow, sick. The funniest thing is that on the previous of this one, I don't know, where's forestry? I also got it on I also got it on the Iron Man, like an hour ago or something. So that's cool. Look at these goobers showing up again, back to give me my fletching XP. Thank you. And that is, I think, the first green egg. I think I've now got every color egg, which will be exciting when we get into the Woodcuts Guild, because I think we do have access to the altar. Oh no, yeah, no, we totally have to go for the evil chicken outfit, complete evil chicken outfit. When? Would be okay. Imagine though. Imagine if we actually get a piece of the evil chicken outfit. When like in 4 eggs. I don't see it happening, but hey, you never know. Maybe. It would be really cool. Also, I know that like okay, it's weird. I feel like you should be able to get forestry events in the Woodcutting Guild. They should be possible there, in my opinion. And there should also be a forester there. Like, why isn't there, right? Like, is it because of the invisible boost? Which would cause everyone to go woodcutting here? Maybe. But, like, who cares? Give us a little woodcutting hub, right? That'd be great. Would actually make people use this place. Pretty cool. Last night I came across someone who also did a chunk account here. They started in this chunk apparently and got like up and down. I hope to see them around a bit more. That was cool. Love seeing little other chunks as well. Speaking of chunk progress though, we are currently getting very close to level 60 woodcutting, and then I'll be able to go into the Woodcutters Guild and get myself an axe upgrade, and that will be very exciting. Because I have no idea how long it would take to get 75 fletching and fire making if I didn't have that X upgrade. But yeah, now we'll be able to spend the we don't have the bank there. Oh, but we have the bank in here. Never mind. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Cool stuff. Hey, and there we go, level 60 woodcutting now. Okay, there's no way I have enough GP right now, but we're just gonna go enter. We'll see how expensive it is, and based on that, we'll go make some money, probably by killing bandits and selling the steel weaponry. I think that's probably the best money maker I have in my chunk. Plus they drop some runes as well, which is really nice. I don't think ants will get me any money. But yeah, how expensive would a rune axe be? Oh my god, I can't believe we're entering the Woodcutting's Guild. We got here with nothing but a bronze axe. There we go, we've entered the Woodcutting Guild. Let me also do this real quick. Chop yew logs. Yes. No, we've not done that yet. We've reached level 60. We haven't chopped yew logs yet. I mean, we do need to do that, but I'm not going to do that with a bronze axe. Oh, there, Perry. How expensive? Oh, hey, we can buy tinderboxes as well. It is going to be 40k. Oh no! Wait, that's really expensive. Okay, you know what? Let's just buy an adamant axe real quick. It's not the rune axe, but at least then I can go chop a yew tree real quick, which, hell yeah! It's an upgrade at least. Not the upgrade we want yet, but it is an upgrade for sure. Let's just get some logs real quick. And there we go. We got ourselves some yew logs. Very exciting. Also, I never noticed, but the Guildmaster is wearing Shazen armor. Wait, what? Huh. I never realized that. Okay, cool. Ooh, another thing I just realized. Well, first things first, we can now... Wait, can we enter this? No, okay, we cannot enter this, but we can get planks. We can buy planks, which is cool. And probably nails as well from there. Is this... Yeah, we can get prayer. Oh my god. Very cool. What about this cave then? We can just enter this cave. Are these gonna attack me? Are these aggressive? They are, and they hit hard. Jesus! They hit hard. Okay, wow. I'm gonna need to train up. Okay. One other thing we can do real quick that I'll do before I go back to the bank and grab my armor stuffies is kill a forester, because that is also a chunk task. And there we go. Dead forester. Cool. So that's always fun. I just got the rune javelins and looking up the drop rate. That is 1 in 5.4 thousand. Oh, like, that could have been the Basilisk jaw on my Iron Man account, but no, I just got some rune javelins on the chunk account. Cool, thank you, bandits. Very nice. Actually, that's probably not the worst, though. I could probably sell those to the shop. It could have been better, of course, but could have definitely been worse. Yeah, I'm not expecting to get anything else really from the rare drop table. Well, nothing of value, at least. Like, obviously getting a rune spear would be super cool. But that is 1 in 233,000, so I don't see that happening. Okay, trying to get the money together by killing those bandits is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I probably will continue to do that for a while, at least to get my combat sets up, because... Oh, hello. Chocolate bar. Because I do need my combat stats up a bit for the ants. I don't know if you can mage or range them over the little, like, tree trunks you have to step over. If you can, that'd be great. Yeah, if that is not possible, I'm gonna need way better stats because those things are deadly and can hit really hard. Um, what I am going to do though is probably switch over to killing farmers for a bit, because farmers have the mind rune drops like a lot more frequently, and hopefully I can get my magic up to level 17 so I can start using these chaos runes that I'm getting fairly frequently from the bandits. And then hopefully that's all gonna like kind of work together to get me magic levels just that much faster. Oh, do we remember this from the early days? The farmer walked around, and this time I don't have to hop worlds, I don't have to range in. I can just walk over and say, get back to your house, or I'll murder you. And it would be lovely if we actually get some mind runes along the way as well. Not this time. Okay. Alright, I got myself a decent chunk of mind runes, so I figured it is time to go train my magic a little bit. And what better to attack than some sergeants, because they actually have really, really shitty magic defense. But there's already level 11. We can now use Weaken when we have body runes. I don't know, can I get body runes already? Probably not. It's level 12. Does that give me anything? No. Fire Strike at level 13 though, that'll be big. And there is level 13 as well as a kill. We can now cast Fire Strike. Now, Fire Strike, I don't think it's going to be worth most of the time, except for moments like these that have more air runes than mind runes, and it's a lot easier for me to farm air runes than it is to farm mind runes, so I think I can use this a bunch until my air runes and mind runes are the same amount, and then go back to Earth Strike. But very nice. First Fire Strike, cast. Cool. There is 14 magic already. We can now enchant Jade-tipped crossbow bolts, which I can make pearl ones. I wonder if I can enchant those as well. There's level 15. That's enough for bones to bananas. We had the perfect amount of runes to take out this last card as well. Okay, let's see. So if I cast Bones to Bananas, it just gives me 25 XP and a whole bunch of bananas. And if I do it with just one bone in my inventory, it gives me also 25 XP. Can I also just cast this with no bones? No. And this is the moment I learned that you need to be fletching level 41 to remove these oyster pearls. Well then, okay. To be fair, I could also just go pickpocketing. That's probably a way better idea. Anyways, let me just offer these eggs real quick. Get some good prayer XP out of that. There's level 33, very exciting. And I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but it would have been cool to see a piece of the chicken outfit. But do we get anything cool from these birds' nests? We got an acorn, apple tree seed, curry tree seed, banana tree seed, and an orange tree seed. Just a whole bunch of everything. That's very cool. But yeah, what I think I'll do then is probably just pickpocketing until I've got 40,000 gold. And then get myself the rune axe and go from there. I guess that's the best. I guess that's the best way to go about things. The fastest way to get there, and I mean, I'm gonna need the thieving levels anyways for when I unlock the current castle chunk, because I'm gonna need to do these gem shops, gem stalls, and that requires 75 thieving. So I might as well get a head start on that. Those bananas are coming in handy after all. They will be my food at first while pickpocketing, and I think I'll just be pickpocketing close to the shops so I can buy wine, which heals 11 and lowers attack by 2 every time you eat it. So that'll be the perfect food because that only costs 1 GP. So I've been thieving a whole bunch, got up to 46 thieving right now. got me about 14k gold. And I figured I would kill a couple more bandits because I am going to need more air runes again anyways, and we'll just stack up the air runes a bunch, sell some of the steel drops that we get, and see how far that gets us. And out of all things I can get from the drop table, I got the rune spears, the rune javelins again. That's now the second time. I could have gotten anything else. Could have gotten these beautiful gems. I could, you know, have just gotten the air runes. No, it's given me the rune javelins again. That is now twice. It's like a 1 in 3,000, and that's now twice in 268 kills. That is okay. Wait, no, what am I saying? It's 1 in 5,000 because it's I don't have a ring of health, obviously. 1 in 5,000, which... Heck. So, I had the plan, right, to level up my fletching, to make the pearl bolts, and then enchant those to get my magic XP. And I just realized that you need 24 magic for that. So I can't do that to get to... Right. Now I'm thinking, and it's like, why am I training my magic right now? Alright, yeah, that put me up to 30k. So just 10k left to go, and then I can buy my rune axe, and then I can start chopping to fletch and to do fire making. Nice. Ooh, and I can actually already burn maple logs, so maybe I'll just go to 60 fire making, or I'll do that on stream tomorrow. Yeah, some of the clips that'll come in later in the video will be with the VTuber because I'm gonna be doing some progress on stream. Alright, so 48 thieving and a bit, but we finally have enough to buy the rune axe. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Why is that on use rather than wield? There we go. Rune axe obtained. I got to 30 fletching, but it's actually better for me to chop oaks and keep fletching longbows, and probably until I unlock willow shortbows. There's a oak longbow. Like, first of all, I chop oak faster than I chop willows. And an oak longbow gives me 25 XP, and the willow arrow shafts only give me 15 XP. And since I don't have feathers currently, I would say this is better. Alright, let's see how much this gives me then. 33, okay, it's more than the... I'm just gonna drop them here as well. That's gonna be painful. That's gonna be a lot of willow bows, but there's just no bank nearby. So I think I'm gonna have to just cut my losses on the willows until I get 2 maples, and then maples will be close to a bank, so that'll be good. Yew trees as well. Yew trees will be close to a bank. Important level 53 strength, giving us an extra strength hits, extra max hits on different styles as well. Aside from the 75 requirements in woodcutting, firemaking, and fletching, I think I will give myself a goal of level 60 attack and defense, and like whatever it is going to be for strength to get 2 more max hits. So it'll probably be like level 64. There we go, there's 50 fletching, meaning we can now make maple short bows. They're just gonna be the next step after these willow long bows. Yeah, this is gonna take a lot longer than I thought it would. I wouldn't mind going into the woodcutting guild. One more thing I've got right here are these oyster pearls that I can now finally turn into bolt tips. which is giving me a whopping 4 or 3.5 fletching XP. Very exciting. Let me see if they are worth anything when I tip them. I can't. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so far we've made 565 oak longbows, 415 willow shortbows, and 1557 willow longbows, which I should be able to sell for a decent chunk of change. We're also already up to 33 birds' nests, which is pretty cool. Yeah, let's go see how much we get for the maple logs. This is going to give me 50 XP per bow. That is rather nice, actually. I like that. Okay, what I like less, though, is that what I've got banked here right now is about 2 levels, so... Yeah, a lot more wood chopping in my future. And there is level 55 fletching. We can now make maple longbows and broad bolts. Sadly, we're not going to be anywhere near getting broad bolts, but our XP now goes from 50 fletching XP per bow to 59, which, you know, that's a big increase. So I just got myself a Book of Knowledge, and I'm fairly certain this is going to put me at level 9 Hunter. We can now trap copper longtails, and we actually have that unlockable right here. So that is really exciting. We've got, well, once we get to it, we've got Hunter unlocked. And that makes me wonder, do I keep putting XP into Hunter, maybe so I can eventually unlock Ruby Harvest? And possibly Implings eventually? Or do I go for a different skill? Like, you know what, I should probably start leveling my crafting. So I don't have to go to level, you know, what's the level at which you unlock Red Dragon Hide? Level 73. I would have to go to level 73 using balls of wool. And that's not really something I want to do. So maybe what I could do is actually... No, I can make pheasant armor as well. I'll have to kind of think about this. I'll probably just keep going for Hunter for a while, though. Like, any future lamps I'll continue to put into Hunter until I know what else to do. You know, pretty cool level coming in here. With level 70 woodcutting. Also, I accidentally have the audio turned off. Level 70 woodcutting. It's, of course, not 75 yet, which we need for the magic logs, but progress is being made. We're also up to level 60 fletching right now, so I think it's safe to say we are going to massively overshoot the levels we need in woodcutting, because I need 75 fletching, and then I still need to get all the fire making levels as well. But we're getting closer. We're slowly making progress, and it's you know, 5 more levels, and we can switch to yew trees, so we can make yew short bows and then eventually yew long bows, which is cool. There's actually something I forgot to mention. I got the Evil Bob event a couple times. You may have seen it already when I showed the stats earlier, but I did go up with my fishing level a bunch of times, and this should give me another level, I think. Level 15 fishing. We can now net anchovies, which I think we can actually fish around here somewhere. Yeah, we actually do have an anchovies fishing spot. We just don't have a net. There is 65 fletching though on the chunk account. We can now use yew trees to make short bows. Very nice. This is going to be level 10 hunter on the chunk account. Sweet. I got myself 74 woodcutting. I've got about, I think, 2/3, no, more than 2/3. I've got a large portion of the way to 60 fire making banked now. What I think I'll do is work on 60 fire making before I continue woodcutting for the fletching grind. I only need 10 more levels. But that way I'll have a slightly higher woodcutting level before I start on the yew trees, and I'll chop them slightly faster. I think I'm also going to go to sand crabs a little bit, get my stats up a little, so when I do get 75 woodcutting, I can go get myself some magic logs at the ants. Yeah, just to give myself a small break from doing the fletching. I think that'll be a good idea. It looks like I'm missing about 400 maple logs, so maybe I'll go chop a bit more, but I'll probably do a mix of chopping some maples and just burning them with the tinderbox. Yeah, also to give an idea of whereabouts we are right now, we've got almost 5,000 maple longbows banked. Or unstrung longbows banked. 1,200 short bows, 1,500 willow longbows, 400 willow short bows. So the amount of yew bows is probably going to be even greater than that. But it's gonna be a fun grind. I wouldn't mind going into the woodcutting guild. Alright, I got myself up to 50 50 attack and 50 defense, which makes me feel a lot more confident about taking on the ants, and now it's time to go train my fire making a little bit. And there's the first interesting level. Level 50, we can now burn mahogany logs, maple pyre logs, not that it's going to be useful, but we'll also wield bruma torches when we eventually get to Wintertod, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. We are back in the woodcutting guild after getting all my stats up to level 50 and burning through our supply of maple logs and chopping up more maple logs to actually get enough. But here we go, fire making level 60, which means we can now burn yew logs, and just because it's fun, let's burn our very first yew log as well, giving us 202 XP, very nice. Which means that the next part of the grind is going to begin. Let's deposit our tinderbox, because we are going to stay here until our fletching reaches level 75. They did change it so that you can now get a beginner or clue nests. Bird's nests, there we go. You can now get bird's nests from beginner clue nests as well, which is probably going to massively increase the amount of bird's nests we end up with. I did not realize this level was coming in, but there is level 75 woodcutting, which is my woodcutting goal of the chunk done. However, that is not where my woodcutting is going to end. I think that by the time I am done woodcutting, I am gonna be around level 86 or 87 woodcutting. That is what my level will look like once I get enough yew logs for my fletching and fire making level. However, 75, we can now chop magic trees, which means that I can get magic logs from ants. Super cool. It's been a while since I was able to get a little clip for the accounts, but here we go. With this lamp, we now have level 15 hunter, which means we can catch the ruby harvest found over here to the west. Also, I just noticed that my the map isn't on. Hold on. Much better. So there's these ruby harvests over here to the west, level 15, which is only 2 chunks away. And I wonder if I do roll this before I roll Land's End, because Land's End has a butterfly net in one of the crits. Technically, I could go into Puro to get myself one of the butterfly nets as well, the free nets, with some impling jars. Would that count? Would that be allowed? Or do I have to wait until I roll Land's End? I wonder, but technically we do have the level now for the Ruby Harvest, so I think the remainder of the XP I may start to put into Slayer. I'm gonna have to give it a little think through, but I think I'll go for Slayer. I gave it some thought, and yeah, there's a face mask that you can telegrab in the current castle. That would give me a lot of extra safety in the catacombs if I do have to go through. I don't know if that's going to happen all too much, but you do need to have level 10 before you can use the face mask. So I think the next goal is to get my Slayer up to level 10 for the ability to wear that face mask. Other possibilities would be to get my crafting up a little bit, but I can just train it on the balls of wool or by dyeing cape, so that's not really necessary. Herblore, I think, is locked out until I do the quest. Smithing, I don't really see a reason for, plus I can get myself bronze bars anyways in my chunks, so that's not really a requirement. To lamp. Rune crafting, I need to do the quest first. Then there's construction. Construction might actually be something I might have to do depending on if I can get regular planks from organized crime as well. But we're still bits away from actually unlocking construction, and other than that, I think I've got the ability to train everything. Farming, so far I've trained through forestry events, but of course there's going to be the patches that I can rake as well. So I think Slayer is just the best thing for me to put levels in. Hunter, there's no reason to go for that anymore until I get to 53 technically is the next thing I would unlock, but that is in the same chunk as the butterflies anyways. So yeah, I think best bet is to just go for Slayer. It has been a while since I was able to record a clip for this account. It's been so long, but here we go. That is coming up. Couple more fletches. This is awkward. There we go. 70 fletching. We can now make you longbows, and that's just one step closer to 75 fletching. I don't think. I thought I had enough. I don't think this is gonna be quite enough. If I kind of look at the trend here, it's like, 3 times as many longbows as short bows, about 3 times as many longbows as short bows. If I need 3 times as many longbows as short bows, I'm gonna be short a couple thousand. We'll see how far we go, but next up will be 75 fletching, and then I'm gonna have to go into fire making. There we go, we now get 75 XP per bow. Sweet. I did some calculations last night after I went through all my yew logs to fletch, and I need to chop another 4,670 logs, which will put me on 3,790,876 woodcutting XP, I do believe. To get myself on 75 fletching and fire baking. The fletching itself is only a couple logs away, to be fair, like less than 100. Oh my god, it's been a very long time, but here it is. Coming in. 75 fletching. Finally, we can now make rune arrows, which means that we can also fletch magic logs into bowstrings. What am I saying? Into arrow shafts. Bowstrings. Good morning. We can now make magic arrow shafts, which is incredible. We can already chop the magic logs from the ants. All that's left to do is get enough logs to actually get my fire making up to 75 as well. And it's gonna take a little while still, but it's the final stretch, It's gotta be there soon. It's taken a long time. Playtime is now on 12 days, 3 hours. Final stretch. It's gonna be a long video. It's gonna be a really long video. Alright, big moment here. That is 86 woodcutting. That is the last level we're probably going to get. I do need about another 200,000 XP before we are at our goal of like the amount of logs that I need according to my calculations. But we are 75 fletching, and soon in that 200,000 XP, we will have enough logs for 75 fire making as well, which is incredibly cool. Yeah, so 87 woodcutting is probably not going to be reached this chunk. Maybe in the future if I do roll the redwood trees, that would be... Well, what level do you need to be for redwood trees? Only level 90, so that would actually be rather easy to get. I wouldn't mind getting that. That is just a little bit more woodcutting. Although that would be a lot more fletching and fire making though. But that might actually be an issue. I've also got a level 3 Slayer already. We were going for the face mask, so level 10 is the goal. We were currently at level 3, so that's pretty fine. And that's where we are left right now. Big moments. We have all the U-logs we needed, so it is time for me to start fire making. This lamp should give me a little level. Level 4 Slayer. Very cool. Alright, there we go. This time we actually have level 75, and with that we have all the levels we need, so all that's left to do is to gear up, get ready for war, and rage a war against the ants until I have... What do I need? Two magic logs. One to burn, one to fletch. Alright, let's go! Alright, here we are at the ants, all geared up, and a little scared. But we should be fine. Let's see real quick. If I switch combat cells, do I still have that max level? Max hit? I think so. Okay, so we'll keep it on attack rather than strength. Because our max hit seems to still be an 11. And hopefully we'll be hitting a little bit more often then as well. Alright, here goes nothing. Actually, I might as well keep recording. See how the fight turns out. I want to lead them over here. I can hopefully somewhat safely chop the logs as well. But so far so good. If each fight goes like this, I'll be a happy player. Alright, that was a lot easier than I expected. Now we just need magic logs. Two to be exact. Oh, there we go. There's one magic log. Just one more and we'll be good. Oh, and there we go. Both magic logs. Okay, cool. And that is also a task complete. Chunk task complete. Cut magic logs from an ant. Oh, we're getting a lot of magic logs. Hell yeah. Oh, I thought I would get much fewer, but we're actually getting a lot of them. Oh, this isn't so bad. Oh, look at that! Getting almost exclusively magic logs. Alright, so I'll see you back at the bank for the final few tasks. Alright, and here we are back at the bank with our magic logs. Look at those beauties. Let's go and chop one of those into some arrow shafts, and that is... Let's see... One chunk task complete, and then finally we need to burn the other set, and just like that we finish the final chunk task. Let's go. Well, I don't know why it's not automatically doing them, but there we go. Oh my god, we're done with the chunk. I still have gonna have a couple of days of editing in front of me, but oh my god, we are done. Hell yes. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, I'm so curious what my next chunk is going to be. It could be fantastic. It could be something incredibly nice. It could be, you know, another big grind into the level 90s, which woodcutting would be fine. It's the fletching that's gonna be scary, very scary. Um, the crafting grind, the Grand Catacombs, like all of those things would be very long but very cool. Oh, I'm so excited but scared and oh my. Wait, could you imagine? Wait, is Yama going to be part of the chunks? I think it's safe to say we wouldn't be able to do Yama, but could you imagine? But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. That is the chunk complete, and I suppose I'll be seeing you in the next episode. If you don't like waiting until the episode's released to know where the account is, we do have a Discord where I'm active for both streams, videos, and a whole bunch of stuff around it as well. So if you like to, you know, get some behind the scenes and also interact with the rest of the community, then you will be able to find those links below the stream as well as below the stream, below the video in the description. I'm not used to making videos. You can probably tell by the editing. All right, I'll be seeing you around. Bye.